All right, let's see real quick what's going on in this energy. All right, grand rising or grand evening, whenever you watch this video. All right, we're gonna see what's going on behind the scenes. Something could be significant with an aunt. Yes, you were right. All right, so you could have been right about an aunt, or you could have been right. Yeah, you could have been right about an aunt. Somebody's bringing you flowers. Double for your trouble. I feel like something's finna balance itself out when it comes to an aunt and an uncle. Setup energy. Somebody wanted to set you up. Completion. Procrastination. Somebody was procrastinating on bringing something towards you. All right, a father could be significant as well, Scorpio. Somebody's going through some sort of illness. Are you ready to relocate? All right, somebody has a baby or there's some sort of new beginning here. All right, somebody can't stop thinking about you. Maybe somebody from your past. Fairies is here. All right, so sounds like there's a lot of shit going on. All right, let's see. All right, Spirit. All right, betrayal. Somebody could work in a lawn service. It smell like cut grass. All right. Right, betrayal. Broken trust. Twins again. All right. Somebody broke somebody's trust. Spirits is here. All right. Passed on loved one could be surrounding you. You are right what you feel. A passed on baby father could be significant. There's a new home here. Somebody's ready to see you. All right. Spirit is guiding something to you or bringing something together. All right. Somebody wants to Somebody wants to right their wrongs. Somebody is scared that you're leaving them for somebody else. All right. Somebody's coming in with their true feelings. All right, an unexpected change is getting ready to happen. Divine union coming together. All right, farm is here. So you're getting ready to receive something. All right, something that belongs to you. All right, this is something that you didn't see. All right, so this could, I'm here, you're going to have to ground yourself. Somebody found out about the witchcraft that was being done. What's going on? Somebody found out the witchcraft that was being done. All right, there's money coming soon. Somebody did something that they were not supposed to do. All right, if you are interested in a on-the-spot read, those reads are 10-10 at the time. All right, if you are wanting full moon reads, those are 15-15. Those are 30-minute videos. All right, if you have any questions, you can ask questions as well. All right, you're getting ready to sign a lease, or somebody's getting ready to sign some sort of lease. All right, there's a road trip. All right, somebody could be moving. All right, but I'm hearing there's traveling involved. All right, tower moment. Somebody found out something. Can't stop thinking about you. All right, if you're wanting a reading, let me know. Say that you want a reading. All right, praise God saves you for them. Somebody want to spoil you, all right? It's something that somebody wants to gift you. All right, this could be an old lover. Jail time in reverse, all right? Somebody broke free of a situation. Somebody could have found out something about a brother. What's going on, Island Girl? All right, there's a new love cycle here. Your fucking dead grandmother. Your dead grandmother, my love. All right. Getting a divorce, and aunt is here. All right. Somebody's getting a divorce. Somebody is getting a divorce, and nothing is getting in the way. Something is getting ready to happen. All right. A lot of times you can know that something is getting ready to happen because you got people lashing out that don't even know you. All right. That is a telltale sign that something is getting ready to happen in your life. All right. Because there's a lot of chaos and self-destruction around you, but it's not hitting you. All right. So pay attention to that as well. That is a telltale sign. All right. Somebody is not letting you get away. All right. So if somebody feels like you are right for something. All right. Somebody called thief in action. All right. So somebody feels like something belongs to you and they're getting ready to give it to you. All right. Trust fund baby is here. Somebody was doing illegal scamming. All right. Somebody got caught. Somebody thought they were getting away with scamming. All right. Your ancestors is taking over. All blockages have been removed. All right, yeah, because somebody found out everything. Once you find out shit, you can't really do what you thought you was finna do because everybody's looking at you. All right, and this is why people are getting pissed at this time. All right, can't stop thinking about you. Somebody can't stop thinking about you. All right, somebody's stuck on you because they've been playing in your fucking energy. All right, Taurus and Sagittarius is significant. A brother, a father figure. All right, the need, the restraint. All right, these people had to learn a lesson when it comes to fucking with somebody like you. All right, and spirit used you to teach them a lesson, and now you got joy coming your way. All right, ready to see you in unconditional love. All right, so something's getting ready to change when it comes to your life. All right, somebody's regret not listening to you or listening to their higher self. Somebody wish they would have not listened to their ego. There's a trust and will here. All right, so there's some sort of communication coming in when it comes to a will. All right, or some sort of trust or real estate. Inheritance is here. All right, so somebody's getting ready to find out something about some wealth, about some inheritance. All right, reward, money. Wheel of Fortune, Cancer is significant. You could be finding out that somebody has cancer as well. All right, getting ready to be stable. Yeah, you're getting ready to be stable. Things are getting ready to happen for you in your life. All right, God is getting ready to give you your flowers. All right, if you are interested in a read, please let me know. All right, what's going on? You can check the title for what is going on in this live, all right, for the promotions if you are interested, all right. Mini reads are available. If you want a mini read for $5, $5.55, they are available, all right, for a mini read. Game, there's a lot of success here, all right. Somebody is definitely Capricorn energy is significant. All right, so you're getting ready to receive something, and a lot of people are getting ready to be really upset. They're already mad. They're already showing how they feel. All right. If you're wanting a mini read, they are $5 at the time. All right, $5.55 for a mini read. All right, there's some sort of offer coming your way. A special letter. Somebody wants to do something. All right, and this is something that you're going to want. Victory here. Something is getting ready to change. What's going on? All right, there's a change getting ready to happen. All right, if you are interested in a full moon read, which is 1515, that is a 30-minute video. All right, those are still available. All right, I have 2 slots open for that. All right, if you want a on the spot read are $10. All right, on the spot reads are $10. If you're wanting a mini reads are $5.55. All right, I am live on YouTube and TikTok. Does anybody want a read? I have brand new cards too, if anybody. New cards on business, love, and just in general. Chinese divination cards are available as well. Alright, so if you're wanting a reading, please let me know. I'm going to be on here for like 10 more minutes. Alright, House of Bloodlines and House of Hearts and House of Spirit. Alright, the family name, identity, reputation, inherited road. This card may be asking how family expectations or image or legacy is affecting the way that you love or choose a partner. Alright, are you choosing a partner by family's expectation or yours? Alright, the longing, desire, yearning, emotional pull. Someone may miss you and think about you often, alright? Feels like unfinished emotions. Alright, this can reflect on your own desires for connections as well. Alright, if you are wanting a read, please let me know. I'm only going to be on here a few more moments. Divine timing. Something is getting ready to happen in divine timing for you. What's going on, love? Alright, what is mine will always arrive at the right time. I release what cannot meet me. I define love for myself, not through inherited expectations. Alright, what is mine does not need to be fought over. Alright, so when something is meant to be on your path, alright, you're not fighting over anything. Alright, we ain't never doing that shit. Alright, if anybody wants a mini general read, those are $5.55 at this time. If you're wanting a love readings are $8.88. Alright, if you want a love reading, it is $8.88. Alright, general reads are $10.10. And if you're wanting a full moon read, alright, those are $15.15. What's going on, Emmanuel? What's going on, y'all? Alright, yes or no questions are available as well. Yes or no questions are available as well. What's going on, love? Alright, mini reads, $5.55. Alright, if you're wanting a general read, they are $10.10. Alright, if you're wanting a full moon read, they are $15 instead of $20. Alright, they're $15.15. Alright, I'm only going to be on here for a few moments with these prices. Alright, so if you are interested in a read, please let me know. Yes or no questions are available as well. Thank you for the likes, love. All right, a divine test. You're being tested at this time. A lesson in standards, patience, and spiritual maturity. You may be tested in a connection to see whether you choose yourself, your healing, or your truth, or old patterns. All right. So a lot of you are being tested at this time. All right. When it comes to people wanting you to slip back into old you. All right. Is anybody wanting a read? Nice. All right. Is anybody wanting a read? What's going on, y'all? Many generals are 555 if you are interested. All right. If you are wanting a regular general read, they are 1010. All right. Today is the full moon. If you're wanting a full moon 30 minutes video, all right, those are $15.15 instead of 2020 at this time. So if you are interested, please let me know. All right. I'm only going to be on here for a little bit longer. All right. So if you are interested, please let me know. All right. And if you already got to read tonight, if you wanted to take part of that full moon read, all you had to do was send in the balance. All right, of the full moon read. All right. Move accordingly. Move accordingly. All right. So you've seen all that you need to see when it comes to people. All right. And now you're getting ready to move accordingly. All right. A lot of things, a lot of people you just not fucking with. All right, steady and not rushed. Real things don't need chaos to survive. All right, and you're learning that. All right, because your life is going in a peaceful stance. All right, rose-colored lens. You are softening the truth to keep a dream alive, and spirit does not want you to do that. All right, say what you feel. All right, no matter if it may be discomfort to someone else, but your discernment is your gift. All right, your ability to sense a truth is sacred. That shit people can't buy. All right, your inner knowing. Spirit says pause before action. Not every feeling needs an immediate response. All right, divine delay, a pause protecting you, not pushing you, not punishing you. I'm sorry. All right, is anybody wanting a quick read? Truth is silence. The real becomes obvious when the noise dies down. All right, choose yourself. Pick the option that doesn't require self-abandonment. All right, is anybody wanting a read? Because I'm going to go ahead and end this live. All right, if you are wanting a read, please let me know. All right, YouTube, I'm ending the live. Does anybody want to read before I go? What's going on, Gina? All right, have a good night.